I guess.
Okay.
Or do you want it to touch?
Nope.
Oh, am I recording?
Yep.
Get that jumper.
It's over there with the pigs.
I think it'll reach from here to here.
Okay. I still gotta feed the pig loaves.
That's fine. Yeah. Just lay it on, right? Yeah. Right there?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to tell the camera about these jumpers?
What about them?
We've had it for so long.
Yeah, we
Because
have.
you're a genius.
I'm not a genius.
I think you are.
Well, thank you. So these jumpers are handmade. I don't even know. I think this is an extension cord that we had that was broken on both ends.
It looks like it's wire.
No, it's an extension cord. You don't use
Mil
one.
spec number 12.3.
Oh, it is 12.3 wire. I thought it was it. No, I think it's an extension cord lift because I.
One of them you definitely made an extension cord with.
Okay. Either way.
Either way, you could use an extension cord or regular wire.
Yeah. Just use these metal handles, hook on one wire, tape it off. Make sure you've picked the same color wire on the other side. So I just went black because that's typical in a house. And then, yeah, make good little jumpers that you can connect easily.
We used them for pigs when we put pigs on pasture and we had a wood gate, which we will end up doing that with our pigs. But that way the wood gate connected the fences.
You want to give them a rundown? Welcome everybody back.
Hi, welcome back. Good morning. It's a gorgeous morning after a rough storm last night. Like we were like shaking last night with the thunder. Not we personally, but the camper was.
No, I was probably shaking.
Maybe a little bit. So Hazel just got done milking, and she's eating the rest of her grain and hay cubes, and we're gonna move her actually across the road because we learned our lesson before. We're not gonna move her stanchion. Too much change for this girl, but she's running out of pasture over here. When we looked at it initially, the pasture looked like it was great pasture and it was going to be wonderful. Even like Amelia was like, oh yeah, that will be wonderful. But once you get in it and on top of it in the middle of the summer, it's just 100% thorns or all Lespedisia, which is this really tall, I don't know if there's any around this.
The pigs ate all theirs.
Thick, stemmy,
Here's some.
right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is said that it's good when it's in youth, but when it gets like that, the cows just won't touch it. I don't blame them because it's just doesn't look palatable. So this pasture needs a rest, and our solution is to move her across the road to the other pasture where the pigs have been, and they actually, I mean, it looks really good over there. It was way worse than
Where the
over
pigs
here.
have been?
Not pigs, I meant chickens.
I was gonna say, wait a minute.
Paul's looking at me weird.
They've been right here the whole
They haven't
time,
moved.
unless you've been moving them at the middle of the night.
No. Where the chickens have been, it looks really good actually compared to what it looked like initially, where we did walk it and it was 100% thorns. I mean, it was terrible.
It had to be bush hogged before we could even put chickens out there.
Yeah.
Like again, from 100 feet away, you're like, oh, that pasture looks awesome, and then you're into it and you're stuck because of all the thorns.
Yeah.
Bush hogged it down. That's kind of the thing we did here. So you can kind of see 3 successions. That was, let's call it 1, 2, 3. I think we did 4 the first time, but either way, Hazel started over here. We never bush hogged that one. She came over here, did a really good job, and then when we moved her to over here, which I think might have been the last time we showed a move with her, was moving her to this pasture. It looked good from 100 feet away, but then once you really got into it, it was bad, like really, really bad.
Like she was hungry.
So then it was to the point where I just bush hogged this middle section because of like what was left behind was thorns and brambles and stuff like that. So then once we decided to move her off of that back to 1, because it had recovered pretty well, then we bush hogged the rest of it. So it's still probably got a couple weeks. There is a lot of good growth there, but there's no spiders. If you know, you know. But
I'm not wearing my shirt.
I know you wore it yesterday.
I wore it to bed, I think. No, I wore it yesterday.
Yeah, you wore it yesterday.
Yeah.
So anyway, the grass over here where they are going, oh man, I look amazing. Like, wow.
Thumbnail.
Anyway, it's not perfect grass over here for her, but it's better than what she's got now with a pasture that wasn't ready but we had to do something. So that's what
And
we're going to do.
I will say too, her, as far as quality goes and her production has dropped, probably for a few reasons. She's been in lactation a really long time. Between Amelia getting her and the old farmer, and just daily life, she ended up just being in a long lactation, which happens. It's not that big of a deal. So she's only given us like a quart of milk a day, which usually people would dry them off by now.
She's like, are you guys talking about me?
We are. But she isn't due until the first week of November. So I'm trying to milk her at least through July, if I can. And then we'll dry her off. That's just because I don't want to give her a huge dry period where she has the potential to gain too much weight, and then we could worry about milk fever or ketosis or calving issues when she calves, when she comes in and milk. She spilled it again.
She's doing it on purpose to try and get the last little bit out.
And because she's ready to move. Okay, we aren't, all that to say, we're not that worried about the quality right now. We're just trying to make sure she has food, and we're moving her when we can. But she does get supplemented with a little bit of grain and hay cubes while feeding. And we're watching her body condition quickly. So nobody jump in the comments and tell me that I'm starving my cow. She's okay, I promise.
I don't think anyone was. If you guys hear a bunch of background noise, apparently our neighbors decide that they're moving some stuff today.
Which is fine. It's a Saturday morning.
Yeah, it's Saturday morning, but it's a little early. But anyway, go release the cow.
Okay.
What we all came here for. Or I came here for. What?
So that should be on, right?
Yeah, fence is on. The other thing is Hazel. I think Amelia had her do a single strand hot wire, but the whole time she's been here with us, she's been on the nets. It hasn't even been electrified. Don't tell her that though. For probably at least a month or two now. So we have the fence electrified again from the pigs, so that way she can make sure she's good with the single hot strand wire. And then once she moves over, I'll go start pulling nets up. But we're gonna keep the stanchion right here. I think Olivia said that. Well, good morning, pigs. I know, starving muffins.
She probably doesn't know she can go there.
That's all right. She'll walk the fence. So what is this plant? I'll eat it.
She's like, oh, there's alfalfa right by this tree.
Everyone's out grazing this morning. Hi, babe. You see it. I like that. She's eating all of them.
Oh, our fly trap caught a bee.
What?
The fly trap, it caught a bee.
Oh.
So now she's gonna go watch her boundaries. She's looking at the fence, she's looking around. She's trying to see where she can and can't go. She's getting a little excited. Most animals will do that when they're moved to a new pen, is they walk the perimeter so that they know right where their boundaries are, and then they can go back to grazing. So this field doesn't look terrible. We've got some like fescue and tall grasses coming up, but they're very immature, so she won't be here for very long. If anything, we might give her like an alley and she can like go out and graze, and we'll try to take her down as far as we can. There's a lot of area here, so we're just gonna move her where she can, especially because she's the only ruminant we have right now. So she's the only one that can really turn this grass into something amazing. She loves moving day, but she also hates it at the same time. The other thing to note is that because her stanchion is staying there and her water is going to stay, we are going to leave the driveway open. This does get pretty hot during the day, and she does like to lay down in her stanchion when it's hot. So we just are going to leave the driveway up. That driveway just goes back down to the pond and the cabin, and the road isn't really great for cars anyway, so we don't drive down there anyway. So it's not inhibiting anything to just stay there. All right, well, it looks like she's happy. Paul's got the fence finished up, and he's picking up the rest of it. I think he said this already, but we do prefer using hot wire instead of the fences. They're just a heck of a lot easier to manipulate and move around. The hot wire is. Those fences just are heavy and tedious and can be difficult. So we are glad to have that with her. We mainly had the fences up because we were worried about... Step over that fence. We were worried about the neighbors' dogs or coyotes or anything bothering her. The neighbors don't have their dogs anymore, so they don't run wild. The other neighbor, Bo, he doesn't really come over here as much anymore. So we aren't concerned about that, really. So I think the hot wire is going to do great. I think she's going to be happy. Otherwise, today... I'm going to be canning green beans for the first time. Never done that before, so I got to get all my stuff out. And it's only going to be like maybe a quart or two. But I figure all throughout the week I'll harvest stuff, and then on the weekend we can. Oh, look at her go. I figure on the weekend we'll do the preparation stuff. So we've got a lot of things coming through in the garden, so we'll bring you through that here in a little bit after breakfast and coffee. We have beetles. Oh, I didn't see those. Okay. Mommy. Got some more cucumbers. Got a zucchini.
Sweet.
Yep. So
The pigs looked at your cucumbers this morning a little strangely.
they didn't know what it was.
Like, what is this?
Mommy, Mom. Mommy.
Hold on, I'm still picking some green beans.
These trees are looking really good.
The what?
Oh, I guess it's the butter. Not the peach trees.
The what?
Peach trees.
Yeah.
Fun. Come here.
It's really good for today.
I love you.
I love you. Alright, we got quite a few things harvested this morning. We got some more cucumbers we're going to make into pickles. We got one zucchini, a good batch of strawberries, but the slugs have found them, so we've got to figure that out. And some more green beans.
Mommy.
So that will add to our stash that we have in the kitchen. And everything else is growing really well.
Mommy.
Okay. You gotta get that out of your mouth.
Why?
Because it's not good. So we've got some peas coming on. We've got, I grabbed a couple yellow squash yesterday. Zucchini. The watermelon and cantaloupe have flowers. The pole beans are coming in, but I don't see any beans yet. Looks like we've got some Japanese beetles. So we'll have to take care of that somehow. And the black beans, the flowers look like they're falling off, so we should have some beans soon. And everything else is doing good.
Beans?
Yeah, you can eat your beans.
And then Mama.
Uh-huh.
Now we can.
Our tomatoes are going busters. It's just nothing is
Mommy,
ready yet.
Going.
Oh, it is growing?
Yes.
Yes, it is. The
Now
only
we
other
can
thing,
eat it now.
the only thing I was gonna look at was the peppers, but we might have to harvest those separate.
Hey, Dad,
Some of them are very
I'm
hot.
going now.
Paul wanted to make some hot sauce. Let's see. The kids call this plant world. But as the tomatoes are getting a little fragile, we've had to say plant world is under construction. Let's see. Got some green peppers coming on, but they're not ready yet. I saw some yesterday somewhere. I had to restake the tomatoes because they were really falling down.
It's the one to make
Hot sauce.
yeah, like a Carolina hot sauce.
I just don't know what color it should be.
It should be red.
They're red.
Yeah.
These ones are green. Do you think they'll turn red?
Yeah, they'll turn red.
Oh, okay. I won't touch them then. All right. We'll get set up for canning. Take the top off first.
Okay, I missed the instructions. Lincoln, can you teach me?
Mom.
Yeah, you gotta
just
take
take-
the top off first.
And then the butt.
And then the butt.
I don't think that these have. Oh, you don't take the butt off. The butt's fine.
Oh.
I don't think that these have the
And break them up,
string.
too.
Yeah, I don't think that they have the string in them. They're not string beans.
Oh, you found the seed.
Yep, that's the bean. Put them in there.
So you're just taking tops, no butts.
Yeah.
No,
Top off, and then like 2-inch pieces is what she says. So I read the directions for canning green beans from
My niece is it?
from the layman's.
Let me put them in.
Yes. Can I finish talking?
No.
So I read the directions for how to can green beans from the layman's website. Actually, they have a wonderful blog about it. I didn't look at the author. I should have looked at the author, but whoever wrote it, probably Glinda, is my guess, but I don't know that for sure. Anyway, she said to rinse them in cold water, so we did that, and then snap them into 2-inch sections or so. And I have pint jars that I'm going to use just because that was the first pack of jars that I grabbed. We have quart, we have half gallon, but the pint ones are what we have. So that's what I grabbed. And we're just gonna do this, and then we're going to can them
Wait, Mom.
on the grill.
Wait, you
What?
just squeeze them.
Don't squeeze them.
Mom, now how you get the seed out?
That's how you get the seeds out.
You make a piece. See?
Thank you.
You just pick that.
I was nervous about these because the last time we tried to can green beans when we lived in Indiana, they were the string beans, and I could not figure out how to get the freaking strings out of them. I don't think these have the strings because they usually come out really easily if they do.
Just give me the pieces. See, you just break them.
Yep.
I'll take the
And
big
then
tops
that's
when we
it.
get done.
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna put them in their bucket.
That's fine for tomorrow.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. So since we have to
My
cross the bridge.
hands
no big
are
deal.
tired, Mom. My hands are tired.
That's fine. I'm also trying to, like, if there's any dirt on them or anything, I'm trying to rinse them off now. Thanks.
Here.
We obviously will rinse them again.
Those look really good.
They do look really good.
You need a piece, not smell.
They smell really good.
Smell.
Hey, we can grow a bunch more beans too. Do you know that?
Yeah, we can plant some more here.
More wine.
I don't know if we need to plant more. I think the ones we have are producing just fine.
More
Well, if we wanted to start more from seed, we could now. Probably.
Yeah, we could. I was just thinking, like, do we need more plants because it's producing just fine?
I know.
Mom, here.
It just depends on how much you want to put away.
I mean, we love green beans in our house.
So is it worth putting some more in?
You know, yeah.
If it, I mean, green beans are a staple. I
Are
mean,
you done?
Okay, that's fine.
thanks for your help,
Thank
buddy.
you for helping.
Lincoln was such a green bean and green everything eater when he was a baby.
Mm-hmm.
It was his
That's
first
true.
or second birthday. We had to, we had to make the cake green.
With green
so,
icing.
So he would eat it. Like he ate like
He would
cans of
only
green
eat
beans.
greens.
And
Only
broccoli and Brussels sprouts and
Yeah.
which is awesome, but it was pretty funny. We literally had a green birthday cake just so he would eat it.
Daddy didn't take me, so can I put it in by myself? These four.
Here, it goes there.
And this one is not full. Let's
Well, it's
do
just the tops. Excuse me. Thank you. Okay. So next we will prep the jars. I need to sterilize. Get your fingers out. We're not using it. I need to sterilize the jars. Probably rinse these really good another time. And then we're gonna cold pack them. The article said that you could cold pack or hot pack. Hot pack is boiling them for 5 minutes. That just feels like extra work to me. So, but she said the reason why people like doing that is because it takes up more room in the jars. So, I mean, I get that, want to stuff your jars as full as possible, but I'm okay learning for this year, even if that's what we end up doing next year.
We'll link the article Olivia's talking about
Yeah.
down in the description.
Absolutely. If you don't know, Lehman's is the amazing off-grid superstore that we visited in Ohio when we were traveling, and we were able to get a composting toilet through them that we've been using and that we absolutely love. And there's probably an update video coming sometime on what we do with the discard material and how all that works. We're still kind of troubleshooting it and figuring it out and making sure we're doing things properly.
Fun with feces.
But Lehman's is amazing.
Playful poops. I'm just coming up with titles in my head.
Lehman's is amazing. So I'm glad that I found that article from them. Usually I go to them or Wise Traditions. They have a lot of really good stuff too. Obviously Melissa K. Norris has a lot of wonderful stuff. So anyway, we'll get these rinsed out, sterilize the jars, and then we'll meet you out back when we start pressure canning. I have never used my pressure canner as a pressure canner. I have 2 pressure canners.
This is news to me.
I have never once used them as a pressure canner. I've only used them as water bath. So
Why did I buy you a second one if you've never used the first one?
I don't know.
That feels like the greatest dupe in history.
I think you bought me one for Christmas,
Why we
and that
don't
was
have
great.
any jars yet?
Hold on a minute. You bought me one for Christmas, and that was wonderful. And then I think your mom gave me the other one.
I'm just saying I feel duped right now.
Why?
I feel like I bought you the second one because you used the other one so much, but apparently
I didn't.
I was oblivious.
All right.
Now let's go inside.
So it says, allow to steam to vent for 10 minutes. Close the vent or put on your weighted gauge. So this is an old one. So it's got the weighted gauge on it, and it tells you which side to put the weight. So this is 10 pounds. So I think it's supposed to be 10 pounds. Oh, just kidding. I need to look at that. What altitude are we?
Am I an airline pilot?
You know exactly what it is. Are we 1,500 feet?
Higher.
2,000 feet?
Sure.
Okay, so 15. Okay. So the 15 will go on it after 10 minutes. It says for pints, process for 20 minutes. Once the canner reaches correct pressure, lower your heat to maintain that pressure. figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah, sweet.
So you need to put that on?
Not yet. It says let it do it for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, allow steam to vent for 10 minutes. So I'll put a timer on for 10 minutes.
That's not supposed to happen, is it?
I don't think so. Okay, so here's a good lesson learned. Test the pressure canner before you can the green beans. So we have a leak, I think, is what I have Googled. It's not supposed to do that much steam. So we're just gonna let it cool down and chill out. And I guess we're gonna eat green beans over the next couple days. And try it again next time. But that's okay. That's exactly like why we are doing this, why we are living this way, because we didn't grow up doing this. We don't know how to do any of this. We were never taught. So we're learning by experience right now, and that's okay. So we're not canning green beans today, but we are learning a whole heck of a lot, and we're going to be doing a lot of research now. Thank you for joining us today. It's been a fun day. It's absolutely beautiful outside, and we might go find some water to get in as it gets hotter today. We will see you next time.